You will not believe the amount of enterable houses in Red Dead Online that we are not taking advantage of. In this video, we're checking out a bunch of unknown places that you can actually check out for yourself in Red Dead Online that have different things like consumables, tonics, jewelry, and much more. Of course, if you do enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like. Let's go for 3,000 likes on this video. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button for daily tips and tricks, Easter eggs, guides, secrets, and more. What is going on, fellow outlaws? Outlaw Gary here, and the first house we're checking out in this awesome showcase is the house on the top left corner of the map. We're talking about the house above Ambarino that is so far away, and you need to bring some cold weather clothing that it is a must go to spot. Now, the reason why this is a great spot to loot is for the sheer amount of food, consumables, and money you can make from this one house. Now, it's so far away that you being interrupted with other players is very minimal. Like, I doubt you'll find anyone that's ever there, and if anyone is there, it's because they probably watched this video and wanted to see this house themselves. Now, this house does have one jewelry item guaranteed, so right away, you're guaranteed to make around $1 to $5, depending on the jewelry item. Premium cigarettes, and at least 4 cans of food. Now, if you don't know, food is one of the most important things you need in Red Dead Online to stay alive. You want your character to stay healthy and above average weight. You don't want him to be like underweight or undernourished, because it actually affects your stats heavily. So as great as food is, if you turn around from that food area, you'll also find some amazing health tonics in a medicine cabinet. Now, you don't find one, you don't find two, but you find 3 opened health cures. Now, if you don't know what these are amazing ways to heal yourself while you're free roaming in Red Dead Online. This is a very, very easy way to get health items that are actually very important to you just using items when you need to. Whether you're doing gang hideouts or fighting in multiplayer, you want to be able to have these cures so you can just take it down and heal up if you do take some damage. Now, there is a large chest in this house, and unfortunately, this chest is absolutely just for show. There is nothing in it. I was hoping to open the chest and find some consumables or some kind of loot, but sadly, this chest let us all down, dudes. There was nothing in it. I actually did this house about 3 to 4 times, just going through it over and over, just respawning, pressing online, going to free roam, and just going into a new lobby, heading back into this house and just looting it constantly. And it's not bad. I really enjoyed the amount of food I got and the open health cures. They're going to be super helpful to my long-term success in Red Dead Online. Number 2, we have my favorite spot in terms of the sheer money you can make. Now, I made a video about, I think a week ago now, showcasing a specific house in Red Dead Online that you could get 2 pieces of jewelry, and right now it's like a war zone. I made that video, and other YouTubers made the video as well, and like, you cannot loot this house now without dying. But guess what? For you awesome viewers, I have a new house you can check out that also has 2 pieces of jewelry that no one knows about. No one's going to this house to loot it, and it's great. I did it about 4 times, got 4 pieces of jewelry every single time. Oh, 2 pieces of jewelry every single time. And I also got a few other items that include alcohol and some food items, which are pretty decent. I believe this house as a whole has 2 jewelry items and 3 alcohol items. And on top of that, what's great about this spot, it also has a stagecoach marker right next to the house. So if you need to walk out the house and fast travel to Saint Denis because you are filled with jewelry and you can't carry anymore, dudes, it's so simple. You just go to the stagecoach and jump over to Saint Denis, I believe for $1. Then you sell all your jewelry, go back, so you're spending $2, and now you just rinse and repeat farming that house again. It's really, really good. Highly recommend it, and just try it out. See, let me know how much money you make. It's a pretty good spot that really no one knows about. Number 3, we're coming up in Catfish Jackson, the bottom of the map below the Braithwaite Manor. We have a house that has an incredibly sad story to it. This house is about an alcoholic dad and a son that is abused by his alcoholic father. And unfortunately, the mother of this son ended up running away in the story mode, and the son misses his mom dearly, is tired of living with his dad. And you, as playing Arthur Morgan, you can visit this house and see how that interaction goes down. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I highly recommend it in story mode. You check out this house. But this house, as it stands in online, is very empty. It's missing a lot of things that it has in online or in story mode, like the couches, the beds, a lot of the dressers, and a lot of things in the house are just missing. But you will walk away with some items in the house, and there is an outdoor house you can check out as well. Inside, you'll find some alcohol items, some gun oil, and a few other items you may need. Gun oil is actually pretty expensive and highly recommend picking it up as much as you need, because this house does have gun oil. If you wanted to, you could farm this house specifically for the gun oil and the alcohol beverages throughout the house to just fill your inventory. Pretty easy way to get gun oil. On top of that, there's also like an outhouse that has like a poker room in it, and there's a bunch of different alcohol in there as well. So if you are an alcohol guy and you like to get your character drunk, which you do need to do for some challenges in the game, if you didn't know, there are challenges to kill people while you're drunk. You can do that by easily looting all the alcoholic beverages at this specific location. Well, like I mentioned earlier, we were at Catfish Jack's, and now we're over at the Braithwaite Manor. Coming in at number 4, we have a very, very large mansion that has a huge history to it. The Braithwaites is a long-term known family in Red Dead Redemption 2. If you have not played story, I won't spoil it for you, but the family is heavily involved in Arthur Morgan's story, and it's a pretty interesting one. Now, they are the centerfold of chapter 3, and with how beautiful this building is, going into Red Dead Online, I was super excited to visit it. And you won't believe what's inside. Well, there really isn't much. There's not really much in the Braithwaite Manor, and unfortunately, after looting the whole thing, I was excited to see how many lootable like drawers and dressers there are. But as big as the house is, there really isn't much to offer. The better things you can find in this house are on the second floor, and even on the second floor, with as many things that are up there, there's not much you can loot. It was actually really disappointing and something I did not expect while looting this house, because it is such a large house. You're better off looting the, I guess, exteriors of the house around the surrounding area of this mansion, because there's a few things like a fishing log cabin right near the house, and that has some gun oil if you're farming gun oil. Also has some premium cigarettes, and also there is a barn of some sort, like a stable, that has some horse things in it as well, like food for the horse and some tonic. So if you need those things, head to that little stable near the Braithwaite Manor, and be careful, the guards will shoot you. If you shoot them back, you can kill them. I believe some of them will call the cops, so be careful, but you can loot them. They do have a few dollars on them sometimes, so get to it. Moving past the Braithwaite Manor, we're on to number 5, and we have the Ridgeview Cabin. Now, the Ridgeview Cabin is a small cabin with a little secret. Now, it's actually a really nice little cabin that I did not expect to have this much stuff. And crazy enough, this little cabin has more stuff in it than the Braithwaite Manor, which was very surprising to me, as it's a cabin found next to the Emerald Station. And this little cabin at first seems to like be a very sucky place to loot, but it's actually very surprising. The first drawer we opened has potent snake oil, which actually goes for a lot in the general store, so it saves you some money. And after looking around the room, you see a bunch of different items that can be looted, and I was pleasantly surprised there was so much food found in this house. The house nets you over 6 pieces of food, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, food is a super important, vital thing needed in Red Dead Online. And it also has a few consumables like alcohol. I think there's like 3 different brands of alcohol. We have rum, brandy, and then we have a bourbon, but I wouldn't have found the bourbon unless I did the Eagle Eye. Now, one of the great things about Red Dead Online is the fact that you can go hunting, and the Eagle Eye is also in the game. You need to use your Eagle Eye in these locations and in these houses you search, because, well, you would miss different things if you didn't. You literally would miss really cool stuff if you did not use your Eagle Eye. So use it. Guarantee you'll find some stuff you didn't even know existed. Coming in at number 6, we have the Alberdine Pig Farm. Now, if you don't know what this farm is, that's good. In story mode, it's a very, how do I put this? Very interesting house. And when I say interesting, it's scary. Pretty much, there's a brother and sister that live in this house. Their family have owned it for generations. And well, in the house, the brother and sister are doing the dirty. That's right. They're sleeping together. They're doing some, you know what? I'm not even getting into the details, but this house is pretty lame. Inside the house, you will not find much. You'll find a few lootable dressers, cabinets, and wardrobes, but the extent of the loot you get is very lackluster. The reason why I wanted to showcase this specific house is because it played such an important role in my story mode, and I had such a funny time checking this house out in story mode. I wanted to share it in a Red Dead Online video, and I wanted to also let you guys know that at this house, it's actually one of the best places to sometimes farm pigs. You're in the area and you want to farm some pigs, there's a high chance that pigs spawn here during the day. If you go during the night and then come back, like 4 to 6 pigs spawn here sometimes. So I've only seen it happen once, and when I was here during my like walkthrough, there was no pigs. So you gotta be careful. Like, it's not guaranteed, but sometimes you get super lucky with the pigs. So you guys are in need of some pigs, this may be your spot. And I actually have a video coming out sometime this week showcasing a great way to make a lot of money in Red Dead Online. That's actually really funny, and you don't have to worry about people killing you. Well, people killing you always happens in Red Dead Online, but you don't have to worry about people killing you in Valentine as they are right now. It's a war zone in Valentine. Do not go to Valentine, it's crazy. Next up, we have a super weird lootable area that doesn't have much, but yeah, it's super weird. So we have a Lakey house. Now the Lakey house is pretty cool. It has a bunch of different enterable buildings, but not much like jewelry and expensive wares, but it has a lot of just consumables. So if you're in the market for consumables, this is a cool spot to visit. Lots of different rooms and areas you can go into. And on top of that, what's also strange is the fact that this specific area is also a gang hideout. Now, the fact that it's a gang hideout is an extra incentive for you to head out and check out this location, because gang hideouts also net you treasure maps. If you guys missed my video earlier, go check it out. I talked about treasure maps and in full detail what they net you. It's pretty awesome. But this area is strange because just across the way by the pier, there is an even stranger place. How do I explain this? There is a spot that I believe is coming for a future DLC. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on here, but there's a very strange NPC that is invincible. He cannot be killed. Like, you can't shoot him, you can't blow him up, you can't lasso him, you can't do anything to this guy, and whatever you do to him, he just respawns. So it's really strange. So that's what I think what makes it the weirdest is that this is one of the only NPCs in the game that you can do this to. So it makes me think, hey, is this a part of like a stranger mission, or is this a guy gonna be in the like, is this gonna be a DLC that this guy like offers you something, or you need to help him or something? So let me know in the comment section, why can't we kill this guy? It's so weird. Go check it out for yourself. It's right next to Lakey. It's across the water. There's like a little pier. Look on your map for a pier. It's in that area. And to wrap this whole video up, I quickly want to thank you guys so much for all the support. If you guys find any cool houses you think I should check out, be sure to drop me a line on Twitter. Just tweet at me with an image and I'll go check it out in game. And I want to make more videos like this if they help you and you enjoy them, as showcasing secret houses in Red Dead Online is something I really enjoyed making a video about. So let me know in the comment section if you find any cool houses, and drop me some pictures on Twitter at JoblessGarrett. All links will be found down below. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and Snapchat, even though I don't use Snapchat, but I stream on Facebook, use Twitter regularly, also upload Instagram stories, and sometimes on Instagram of me, my dog, and my fiance. So if you are interested in those three things, go check out all my socials down below. My name is Garrett, better known as Outlaw Gary on this channel, and I'll see you guys later with a brand new video. Later, guys.